Hello, everyone. I'd like to begin by expressing my deep gratitude for this opportunity to share with you and just a chance to offer my story and see what it may yield for anyone is a blessing. So here's the moment that defined my entire life. I was on a bus, and I was about 19 years old, cruising into college. And it was early in the morning, so I was rubbing my face, kind of trying to wake myself up. Something reminded me of something really beautiful. I remember that I just had this warm feeling come over me. I looked outside. There's this huge redwood forest up behind my college. I was going to at the time. Something about the swaying of the trees and the wind and the rocking of the bus. And all of a sudden, I was the bus and the people on the bus, and I was the earth and the trees and the earth and the wind and the trees, and I was everything. And then I was back in my body. And it was the most remarkable experience because it gave me a whole new perspective. Intellectually, you can hear over and over again, oh, we're all one, we're all one, and let's just all be together. But to actually feel it and experience it completely transformed me. And what I realized in that moment is that every instant of a mortal existence, every instant of a human life is tinged with just a hint of fear. Fear that something outside of you might hurt you, or that you have something that might be taken away. But in that instant, I recognized that that was based upon a false assumption, that there is anything outside of ourselves. And I got to feel that and really be that in that instant. And be beyond that fear for a moment. And what replaced it was a radiant bliss. Not like a quiet, inner peace of like, I'm just going to sleep now, but like I am penetrating and being penetrated by every point in time and space. And then wham, just back in this individual body. And it sort of sent me bonkers for a little while. I really didn't know exactly what to do with the information. But I did know that 95 to 99% of human culture would look totally different if people in general had had that experience. And so it became sort of my life's mission to share that experience with people. And so here I am. Fast forward a long time. I was a fire dancer for a couple of years. And so that was the moment that defined my life, just to kind of. So here's another wild experience that I had, one of those incredible synchronicities that define your life. So I was a fire dancer for a couple of years, and I was thinking to myself one day, oh, I'd love to spin fire. The roar, the flame, the light, and the shadow. What would it be like, I thought, to dance with electricity? It's a primal energy, right? It's kind of thrilling, dangerous, really powerful. What would that be like? And 2 weeks later, I'm standing in line, and the guy standing next to me starts talking to the woman over the counter about his lightning project. And I'm like, that is too bizarre. So I told him, I'm like, oh, excuse me, I don't mean to use you up in your conversation, but I totally did. And I couldn't help myself, but you were talking about lightning. I was just thinking about this the other day. Anyway, I told him my story, and he looks at me, he's like, it is really bizarre that you would run into me after thinking that, because I make some of the largest Tesla coils in the world, which, by the way, make lightning, man-made lightning. And I have actually designed a suit in which you can effectively dance with electricity. Now, my original idea was to strap a couple of stun guns at the end of a stick and take the buttons down. So this guy telling me this is like, wow. You know what I mean? Because stun guns have about 1 inch of electricity. The Tesla coils he builds have 20 feet worth of electricity. So, needless to say, I was like, can I have your number? And so, ultimately, on down the road, there's lots more to the story that I could tell some other time about other synchronicities that led us back into connection after we had a connection for some time. But essentially, now that's my business. I throw lightning. High voltage protective suit, and I become electrified, and I dance with electricity. And so, thank you. So that's all very spectacular and everything, right? But what I really want to do with the project reaches back to my first experience. I want to help connect people to themselves. I want to help connect people to the fact that we are all interlaced. Our being is actually just one being. And it's not just something to say, it's something to live each and every day of our lives. Is that 5 minutes left? Or? I was like, 5 seconds? So, in essence, the heart of the project is to use this spectacular form of entertainment to draw attention to ecological technologies and social equality. And I just this last year, so kind of coming back to the subject of this particular speaker series, this last year, I was privileged enough to perform at the Olympic Stadium in Korea, where 25,000 people all got to see me do my thing. And it was just mind-blowing and remarkable. And, yeah, thank you. And so, that was something that in one's sort of, as a performer or whatnot, that's kind of at the peak of one's performance career, trying to perform at the Olympic Stadium or whatnot. So I kind of got to experience that this year. And still, that didn't hold a candle to watching my son be born. Which didn't happen this year, but I'm just talking about relative experiences, And deepening the love that I have with my wife each and every day, and having to surrender, what I think things should look like, and just accept things as they are. Yes. And thank you. Yeah. And hold this one principle that I'll share with everybody, and then we'll have a little exercise. In essence, one of the things, going back to my college days, that I studied was quantum physics and mysticism. And there's a lot of crossover. Anybody here who hasn't studied that, it's an amazing subject to kind of look into, because mystics and shamans thousands of years ago would write about the nature of reality and how they perceive it through their meditations and their exercises and their plant medicines and whatever they use to access that state of consciousness. And those writings basically reflect exactly what we have discovered through our most advanced form of physical science, quantum physics. And it's just amazing to watch scientists, are you kidding me? This couldn't have been written thousands of years ago. We just discovered this with our Hadron Collider or whatever it is, And so, basically the principles that those people discovered thousands of years ago included not just, okay, the nature of reality looks like this, but what do we do about it? Like, how do we act in light of this reality? How do we lead our everyday lives in such a way that reflects this inner wisdom that we always have? And, the core of it, and I have a ritual with my family that we do every day that reflects this kind of core, is to start from a place of gratitude, to start from a place of appreciation, and, as I said, surrendering to things just as they are. And then from a place of knowing that billions of years of evolution led to this moment that had nothing to do with my control or my contrivance, and it still turned out magnificent. It's amazing, right? So recognize that and totally be at peace with where things are. And then also to kind of like dream a bit and set one's intentions very, very carefully, very specifically, on what you would like to see in the future. Because the heart of this sort of reality that was distilled through shamanic and mystical experience, and also through quantum physics, is that there is no world out there. There is only one being. There is us, that thing that I experienced on the bus. Right? So everything in the world around you is actually a reflection of your own unconscious process. And that every person that might arise and sort of annoy you is an opportunity for you to maintain that energy and be annoyed at them and frustrated and respond to them in that way, or to hold the line and to be at peace within yourself regardless of what your circumstance provides. And so in that, you hold space for another reality to possibly arise. So one, hold gratitude. 2, set your intention on something very specific. And then 3, let it all go. And so we're just going to have a moment of doing this exercise, and I hope it's something that I've shared with you has been of some use or piqued your interest or whatnot. I'm so happy to share more talk that we have afterwards. But I'm just going to invite everybody to our morning ritual that we do with our son as we look out on the beautiful nature every day. So you can either find something in the room that you find beautiful, or you can close your eyes and envision something beautiful, whatever you like, but in retrospective, I'm going to close my eyes because it helps me visualize. And just hold in your mind's eye some things that you're grateful for. Some of your favorite people. Just those people that when you see them, they just light you up. And no matter how long it's been since you saw them last, they always seem to understand you. Those beautiful people in your life. And those places, those magnificent places we get to go and discover things. Bless you. And perhaps even some of the flavor in your mouth of those things that you really like to eat, those things that are wonderful, those things that you already have. And feeling that sense of completeness that you already have so much enriching your life. Now, turn your mind's eye to what you would like to see. What you might like to do for work if you're not already doing it. Or what you would like to see your project do next if you are doing your dream. Just think of where you would like to go. And imagine and hold in your heart right now what it feels like when you're already there. What does it feel like? Because when we resonate at the frequency of the world that we would like to see, when we turn ourselves into the people that belong in that world, then the breadcrumbs leading to that world show up all the more shiny in the world around us as we walk through it. And now, as you open your eyes, let go of any attachment to that. And just know that as surely as you are seeking it, it is seeking